thank God for what He's doing in our lives. And I have a few things I want to say today. I've been in management for a long time. I've been in leadership actually for quite some time. I've been a leader in the private sector for over 10 years. I've been a leader in public institution for quite some time. And I have noted a few things on matters leadership. And because of the fact that I have been a leader for a long time, and I believe I have been an effective leader for that matter, I have observed people lead from when I finished my university, got my new job with gap promotions. Within a short time, I was a manager, and I've never looked back. I've continued to be a manager, and so I've learned a lot of things and practical things. I've observed people lead, and I just want to say a few things as I make an announcement that it is of no use for you to keep complaining about anything, whether it is this nation, whether it is your county, whether it is your organization, whether it is your area, about your MP, about your MCA. Complaining is not enough. It is important for you to do something. And one thing that I have learned in my life is that everything is about you. You've got to stand up to be counted, you know. You don't have to flow with everybody. You see, when you do something, do it because you believe in it. Yeah? In fact, I'm of the opinion that you should always be the standard, you know. It is one thing to be outstanding. It's another thing to be the standard. And I've had a lot of people complain in this country, you know, the way the leaders are not doing anything and all that. But the question is, what have you done about it? As a person, did you know that many of you are not corrupt because you've not had a chance? You have not had a chance to actually steal, you know. I'm of the opinion that you know you're good if you have the opportunity to do something and you don't do it. But my message today is very simple. You've got to stand up for something. Because if you don't, you become a slave of the people that you're trying to please. That is about leadership. And talking about leadership, I have published a new book, which is this book, Dissecting the Heart of Leadership. This book is based on my own experience as a leader. It is based on my observation about how people have led and managed. And it is a practical book. In this book, I've actually analyzed great leaders. I have analyzed the late Bob Collymore way of leadership. I have analyzed George Washiuri. I have analyzed Alan Kilavuka. I have analyzed Karo Karaoke Kepsa. I have analyzed Jane Karuku, ABL. I have analyzed a number of leaders. And it is important that you get to learn about leadership, because guess what? Everything rises and falls on leadership. It doesn't matter what you say about everybody else. If your organization has issues, if this nation has issues, it is all about leadership. And therefore, get a copy of this book. It's going for 1,500 shillings. You can get this book on marymugo.shopyangu.com, or you can call us on 0776045087. We will bring the book where you are. And I want to thank people who have bought this book. This book came out on Monday, and as a good steward, I have sold a number of copies, just slightly over 30. And I want to thank the people that I've bought this book. I want to thank the first person to buy the book was Barnabas Jeru. He bought a book for a guy in Kampala. I've just sent the book. I want to thank Lynette Mutsami from Kitale. I want to thank my classmate Edward Mulinge for buying the book. I want to thank James Giro, NSSF, for buying this book. I want to thank my supervisor. And by the way, this book is endorsed by my own supervisor, Professor Paul Batia, DVCAA, Research and Innovation, Multimedia University. I salute you, Prof. You are a great leader. He has bought 2 books. Thank you so much for supporting me. I want to also thank Degwa, MMU, lecturer CIT, for buying this book. I want to thank the MD and GM Family Bank for buying a copy of this book. I want to thank Dr. Kiveu, my colleague at MMU, for buying a copy of this book. I want to thank the director, Marion Schools, for buying a copy of this book. I want to thank Matilda from Kera for buying a copy of this book. I want to thank Dr. Ondieki for buying a copy of this book. I want to thank my classmate, lecturer, University of Nairobi, Mulwa, for buying a copy of this book. I want to thank my other classmate, Abraham Wata, Kenya Forest Service, for buying a copy of this book. I want to thank Cyrus Raimaru from MMU also for buying this book. Odoyo Sam, my colleague at MMU, for buying a copy. Karanja, the VC's office at MMU, for buying a copy of this book. I want to thank Suleiman Gitonga from Sagana for buying a copy of this book. Dr. Kamau, my friend from MMU, thank you for buying a copy of this book. Professor Ngo, thank you so much from MMU for buying this book. Dr. Alice Wainaina, Uma University, thank you very much. Dr. Onyara, thank you for buying a copy of this book from MMU. Simon Mwada, my former student all the way from Eldoret, thank you so much. You've really supported me. You've bought all my books. I really appreciate you. I want to thank the CEO, Monarch Insurance, Ruth. Thank you so much for buying a copy of this book. I appreciate you for even buying my other one book. I want to appreciate Lucy Mutangiri, University of Nairobi, for buying a copy of this book. Dr. Agusioma, Multimedia University, thank you for your support. Dr. Mulabe, Registrar AA, thank you so much for buying a copy of this book. Thank you, Muturi HR MMU, for buying a copy of this book. And thank you, Director Mike Schools in Donholm, for buying a copy of this book. This book is only 2 days old, and you can see more than 30 people have already bought a copy, because this book is a practical book. It is about my own way of seeing things. It is about what I have done. I've been in leadership for a long time, and I've discovered many times people have issues and they don't talk about them because of fear. You need to read this book so that you understand actually loyalty is not doing the wrong thing. It is being able to stand. This book says, as I finish, that true leadership is having the courage to say no and to do the right thing and to stand up for the truth. That is what we call true leadership. If you want true leaders in this nation, if you want true leaders in your organizations, then you've got to read this book, because this book will help you to do things in a different way. Otherwise, I just came to say hi, and thank you so much for the people that are tuned in. Thank you, Hirali Chirchir is watching. Thank you, Agemux. Quite a number of people are watching. Thank you so much. I just felt that I needed to thank the people that were in marketing. We call them the early adopters. Thank you so much for buying this book. I know others will buy, and this book is very, very practical. Dissecting the Heart of Leadership. Buy it at marymugo.shopyangu.com. And believe you me, you will see things in a different way. If you are CEO, this is the book for you. If you are a leader, aspiring leader, this is the book for you. Otherwise, thank you so much. Let me show you my. I've also other 3 books. I have. Let me just show you that. I have this book also, How to Thrive and Influence Your Workplace. Now, this book is very good if you want to know how to, weather politics in the workplace. There's a lot of politics in the workplace. So you need to know, how do you play functional politics? How do you use gossip? How do you deal with toxic employees? How do you deal with difficult people? How do you deal with people who, they have decided and they'll give you a hard time? That book will help you. Then I have this book, Growing a Business Empire. The forward is by Dr. Chandaria. And this book is good for you. If you really want to know how to grow an empire, this is the book for you. And of course, I have my first book, I've sold strategy, how to use strategic planning to build effective organization. Finally, you must get a copy of this book. Any leader that is there, this is the book for you. And thank you so much, Mama Jemima Wangare. That's my mama. Yes, this is your girl. I'm proud of you, Mama. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll be coming live every week to give you a few tips on leadership and also to appreciate the people that have already bought my book. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Thank you, Daisy Chariot. Yes, it is true. I see someone says, this is my lecturer. I feel lucky to have passed through your hands. Thank God. Yes, please buy a copy of my book. My students have bought my books a lot, and I really appreciate. This reminds me, a first year has actually called that she wants to buy my book, and so I've decided to give her at 1,000. I pay for her 500 because that is respect, and for me, it only means that I am a good leader. Because for students to buy your books, to feel that you are, you're doing something, it takes a lot. I don't know, what do my students say out there, by the way? Let me know what my students are saying out there. Feel free to comment. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a great week. Stay safe. I decree and declare, Corona is not your portion. I decree and declare, evil shall not come near you in the mighty name of Jesus. I decree and declare, you will live to see the goodness of the Lord in this land of the living. Until next time, God bless you. Make that call 0776 045 087, or you can go to merimugo.shopuyangu.com and buy a copy. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you for listeners. I can see you. I am done.